You are listening to Radio Long Island City, recorded at our studios near Hell Gate, 9 kilometers north of the Harbor Hill Moraine. And now, the Observatory. The Observatory, Monday the 13th of October 2025. It is 21 days after the fall equinox. It is 69 days before the winter solstice. Today is Columbus Day, or if you prefer, Indigenous Peoples Day. By the French Republican calendar, it is the 22nd day of Vendémiaire, the day of the pêche, the peach. The sun rises today at 7:05 a.m. Solar noon takes place today at 12:42 p.m. The sun sets today at 6:18 p.m. Civil twilight ends at 6:45 p.m. and nautical twilight ends at 7:17 p.m. The length of daytime today is 2 minutes, 37 seconds shorter than yesterday. The moon reaches its third quarter today at 2:13 p.m. The new moon will arrive on Tuesday, the 21st of October. These are the predicted tides today for Horn's Hook. In the wee hours, high tide, 3:52 a.m., 1 meter 34. In the morning, low tide, 9:47 a.m., 27 centimeters. In the afternoon, high tide, 4:12 p.m., 1 meter 55. At night, low tide, 10:52 p.m., 18 centimeters. This is the Monday Reservoir Report for New York City. The Delaware Watershed, Cannonsville, 50% full. Papacton, 70%. Neversink, 71%. Rondout, 94%. The Catskill Watershed, Schoharie, 20%. Ashokan, 72%. The Croton System, 94% full. In our shared realm of plants and animals, according to the Wildlife Conservation Society, 15 fin whales have been observed so far this month in the waters of the New York Bight. It is just the beginning of the whale migration through our waters. These baleen whales feed on smaller schooling fish, small squid, or copepods and krill. Their breeding season is in the winter. Fin whales were a major part of the whaling fishery until it was banned. There are an estimated 70,000 individual fin whales in the North Atlantic. They are vulnerable to being tangled in fishing gear, to collisions with ships, especially in a busy sea lane like the approaches to our harbor. Sonar may also affect their ability to communicate with each other. They are classified as a vulnerable species. Commemorations. On this day in 1792, Robert Thomas published the first edition of the Old Farmer's Almanac in Boston. It is an invaluable, if idiosyncratic, resource for calendars, moon cycles, gardening and planting advice, and more. It is the oldest continuously published periodical in North America. On this day in 1792, the cornerstone of the White House was laid. It would take 8 years before John Adams became the first president to reside in the People's House. On this day in 1903, the first modern World Series in baseball history ended with the Boston Americans of the American League besting the Pittsburgh Pirates of the National League. It was the 8th game of a best-of-9 series. Today's World Series is best-of-7. The Boston Americans would be renamed the Red Sox in 1906. On this day in 1925, Margaret Thatcher was born in Grantham, Lincolnshire, England. As the British Prime Minister, she and her Tory party transformed the United Kingdom in the 1980s. Like Ronald Reagan in the United States, she shaped the world we have lived in for the last half-century. Today we wish a happy birthday to our representative in Congress, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. She once said, "Fear is not a plan, but courage is," which is a nice thought. She also said, "In Washington, I usually know my questions of power are getting somewhere when the powerful stop referring to me as Congresswoman and start referring to me as young lady instead." Happy birthday, AOC. Today is Columbus Day in the United States. The first Columbus Day in North America was celebrated in New York in 1792. It was the 300th anniversary of Columbus's landing. The Tammany Society hosted the festivities. After that, it was observed in many parts of the country, but it only became a federal holiday in 1971. A number of states mark today as Indigenous Peoples' Day, either instead of or parallel to Columbus Day. New York State is not among these. Alternate side of the street parking is suspended in New York City for Columbus Day. And that is the Observatory, Monday the 13th of October, 2025.